Hammerstorm can. They can go, but which hero that goes in first. It depends on the situation. But both of them can be in there straight away. Just set up everything for this Defiler to come, just bursting in with that ultimate on and just causing havoc. So they definitely have their team fights out. They know what they're gonna go for, and they know how they're gonna execute. And they have everything set up. The crucial portal keys. So it's just a matter for them of forcing team fights now, basically.
Yeah, they really should look to force those kind of team fights since they have the initiation. They really shouldn't be waiting around for the Hellborn team to initiate. But at the same time, the Hellborn team really has a good counter initiation as long as they don't get permastun the entire time. Obviously, with the Hellbringer ult and the Wretched Hag ult, as long as they can get those button presses off, they can be able to really counter initiate and stop the Legion team in its tracks. Looks like the Legion team is going to try and take this tower. Hammerstorm trying to blink in and grab someone, but doesn't manage to get set, and Hellbringer in time to stun him. Tower's going to drop pretty handily, obviously, with the Defiler and Hammerstorm ults going off. I think that's really what they need to look to do, too, is this push kind of strat right about now, because Defiler and Hammerstorm ults together are obviously very powerful at pushing towers, and even if they do run into some interference from the Hellborn team, they can always just jump in with their portal keys and stun them out and force initiation that way, so I don't think it's a bad idea for them to start trying to push a couple towers with that Defiler ult right now. Defiler picking up her Shaman's Headdress, obviously, for this team. Very good pickup. Great defense against pretty much everything on the Hellborn team. Obviously not with very much auto attack damage other than Soul Stealer, but his auto attack damage really comes late. It doesn't really come right about now. With his most of his damage he draws from his nukes, and that Shaman's Headdress is really just going to pretty much negate a lot of that. Looks like she might be going for, I want to say it. Does Staff the Masters increase her? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, so she looks like she might be going for a Shrunken Head. Obviously, again, not a terrible pickup by any means. Just stop all the CC that the Hellborn team does have and be able to just run around with her ult and kill whoever she pleases with it. Do you think Shrunken Head's the best thing she could pick up right now, or what else would you want to see her pick up?
Well, I'm a huge fan on especially on a very AoE heavy team. Obviously the Shaman's Headdress is a great pickup, but I love Barbed Armor on Defiler. It just takes her sort of tankiness and just nuisance in team fights to a whole new level. But by all means, against this particular team, Shrunken Head is definitely viable. I mean, don't get me wrong. But Barbed Armor, which we could still see, but I would love to see a Barbed Armor on her just against, because it was completely counter Magma's ultimate, and just a lot of the magic AoE damage coming out from this Hellborn team, which would of course be going right back into their face when she put her Barbed Armor on. So that's something I would like to see, but Shrunken Head definitely viable.
Yeah, no, Chu getting picked off on that Wretched Hag again. He's just been getting caught out quite a bit, which I'm actually surprised about. Usually he's pretty good about not getting caught outside of where he should be and getting a couple kills. But it looks like Hammerstorm is going to try and initiate on Soul Stealer, obviously with the two other stuns. Great job by them. Great Witch Slayer ult right there to take down BK on that Soul Stealer. I really think that Dustman really does have the momentum in their favor. Obviously not the biggest gold lead, the biggest experience lead, but they really do have the momentum of the game in their favor. Taking out a couple heroes right here and looking to push a lot of towers. They've really taken over the game and pretty much been making EG wait for them to make a move.
We see Chu as well picking up, going for his traditional Wretched Hag build, which is unfortunately, because I'm a huge Puzzle Box fan. I get the Puzzle Box on any hero that I can make an excuse for getting it on. Playing Magmas, getting a portal key after getting a Puzzle Box after my portal key. So many heroes that I think it's awesome on, and Chu's definitely famous for using that Puzzle Box on Wretched Hag in so many different ways, both ganks and team fight wise. So happy to see that. He has it at level 1 now, I believe. And once he gets that to level 3, look for him to make much bigger impact in team. Magma's getting picked off in the forest, unfortunate for him.
Yeah, Chu obviously one of the premier Wretched Hag players of the Han scene. And yeah, he is really known for that Puzzle Box, which is arguably one of the most powerful items in the game, especially level 3. Just a ton of damage, especially with the mana burn and the movements, just everything about it. The movement speed aura, everything about it is good. There's no bad side to Puzzle Box. Obviously, kind of an expensive item, but if you can really level it up really early, it's very, very effective in just about everything.
And Hellbringer picked it up as well, so 2 Puzzle Box now for an EG.
Oh yeah, that's right, I already commented on that. He looked like he was picking on, did he finish it? Yeah. So, I don't know if 2 puzzle boxes is necessarily necessary, but I guess, I mean, there's nothing about them that wouldn't stack or something like that. I mean, there's still both at full strength. I mean, I guess 2 is better than 1. Looks like Soul Stealer really not doing too much in far as items go, but has a puzzle box. I'm sorry, I finished his Shrunken Head, but he's really struggling for this farm because he just doesn't have enough health trying to nuke down these Dragon Masters, but it just wasn't happening.
Shrunken Head Phyllis on Defiler now, so she's all ready to go.
Yeah, I can see her really taking over these team fights because obviously most of the damage coming out from the Hellborn team really gets negated by everything that she has, especially with that Shrunken Head. So when she has that turned on, this Hellborn team is pretty much doing nothing to her except, I guess, the Puzzle Box auto attacks and Wretched Hag auto attacks, but very good pickup by her. Like you said, though, I really would like to see her pick up that Barbed Armor. Obviously, kind of more of a late game item just because you have more life. I mean, it's not necessary to get Barbed Armor necessarily very early. I don't know what she's going for, though. She just picked up another Mighty Blade.
That's a good question.
I hope she's not going 2 Shrunken Heads.
Well, I doubt it. Well, I have actually seen a Frostful Skull being decently effective on a Defiler. Not that I'm saying that's necessarily what she's going for, but I've actually seen it being used to some effect. So that could be an option, but other than that, you know, I'm not sure. Maybe just some health. We'll have to wait and see. Something else though, Witchslayer picked up my portal key as well, so now 3 heroes with Blink on the Legion side. So even more of initiation now on the on Dustbin side.
Yeah, so obviously that's really the strategy they're looking to get. Who did you say picked it up? Witchslayer?
Witchslayer, yeah.
Yeah, obviously 3 great heroes to have portal keys on. They do have that great initiation, but like I said, I'm just looking for EG to counter initiate, and that's really what it's going to come down to. Is if they get the counter initiation off good, then they can really turn the tide of the fight around. Because obviously, with those portal keys down, and honestly, portal key as an item, you know, we all know it doesn't give stats, so it's not the greatest. You know, sit around and fight item. It's more of a I'm going to jump in and throw a stun, and then I'm going to kind of just run around, but not be as effective. So they really need to pick off like 1 or 2 heroes right away, or else they're really going to get caught off guard in these team fights against all this magic heavy AoE team. It looks like they're going to push this tower top pretty handily. Defiler not even using her ult. She picked up a DD rune somewhere, so it looks like she's going to use that.
Well, you know, I am pretty sure that the way they are looking to run these team fights is to, as you said, focus on the key heroes need to focus. Like if they can CC in and kill Hellbringer before he gets his ultimate off, you know, that will be crucial for them. As well as if they can go on Magnus before he gets a proper ultimate off. You know, those 2 things will be key factors. Because if they succeed in both these things, then they will have. I'm not gonna say they will have won the team fight, but they will have been pretty damn close to doing it.
Yeah, I mean, taking out the Hellbringer, and especially the Hellbringer, and yeah, like you said, the Magmus, it really will cripple this Hellborn team's initiation. Obviously, Magmus a great initiator as well, but Hellbringer Ultimate is just so powerful when it comes to initiation. He doesn't need to be anywhere near that team fight when he starts the team fight. And Malphus in itself, just a strong, I guess, strong summon, and can really disrupt a lot of team fights with his permanent immolation. We do see Magmus picking his portal key, so that's good for him. Soul Stealer also picking up a portal key, so all around port keys in this game. I already got 5 of them in the game and 2 puzzle boxes, so looks like everyone's thinking on the same page this one.
By the way, actually called something right here. Defiler has picked up an Ice Brain, so she will be going for that Frostful Skull. I've seen it in another scrim that I've played in recently, where we played against a Defiler that had a Frostful Skull, and well, I was quite surprised, but you know, it actually worked out for her, and you know, interesting, definitely interesting. But they are going with this Defiler carry, so it makes sense.
Great job by Witchslayer right there. Just a great minion running by Magmus, but looks like the Hellborn team is going to counter-initiate. Hellbringer using his ult on a Shrunken Head Defiler. That was just a bad timing, and didn't really catch anyone else, but it looks like the Hellborn team is faring pretty well, except for Soulsteel. It looks like he's going to be going down right here. Wretched Hag coming in and using her ult. She's still at full life, so I'd love to look at her doing some more things, but Whistler kind of getting caught in the jungle here, and Bubble's actually porting in, so the Hellborn Legion team looked good at the beginning of that fight, but looks like everyone's going to go down now.
Great play by Chu right there.
Yeah, Chu, just excellent play by Chu right there. Obviously, it looked bad for the Hellborn team right at the beginning, because it looked bad because he they did really get a good Hellbringer ult off. He literally used it on just the Shrunken-Headed Defiler, which obviously doesn't do anything. And but great job by Chu, kind of sitting back for a second and waiting for the Legion team to kind of group up and try and gang up on someone, and then just jumping in and dropping his ult on everyone. And that really just devastated that team fight for the Legion team.
Yeah, and something again, we see these puzzle bars coming into effect with this, with Malphus right here. I mean, Chu just dropping the ultimate on everyone, porting away from the team fight, funny enough, and then just leaving the puzzle box minions and Malphus to you know, finish off all these low health heroes that were left after that Hag ultimate. Just you know, great job of using the minions right there, and a nice turnaround in that fight as well. I mean, you know, Magnus picked off before anything probably happened, and they just went in and counter-initiated and came out on top. So this is why EG is one of the best teams in the world. Great 4v5 team fight right there.
Yeah, and Chu really starting to take over this game. It seems he is at a level 17 now, up to 350 gold per minute. The only person ahead of him is actually Defiler, who's also doing an excellent job. They both really haven't been getting a lot of kills. I mean, there haven't even really been a lot of kills in this game, only 18 to 17 at the 30-minute mark, but those two doing a very good job of kind of race farming these lanes and managing to get around and get their farm as best they can. Richard Hagg's still sitting. Oh, he does have the level 3 puzzle box right now, so looking to see what he goes for next. I can't say that I can't say that Melstone's a bad idea, but there's only 2 targeted abilities. I guess the mini too from Witch Slayer, but I can't say that Nullstone's the greatest item against Witch Slayer at any time, just because he has that power drain to just deplete it every time when you go into a team fight.
You're right. Again, but I don't know. I mean, I still think it's a nice item to have because again, depending on the team fight is so chaotic. You know, maybe Witch Slayer isn't able to proc it. You know, where he's standing or whatever, or you know, it makes it harder for Hammerstorm or Andromeda to gank her. I like the pickup. You know, you could argue that something like a Hellflower or whatever, a Sheep Stick even could have been a better pickup, but I don't think you can sort of question the Nullstone. But I see where you're coming from though, because again, Witch Slayer can proc it fairly easily if he's able to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he still hasn't picked up anything yet, so we had to see what he has in store. But sitting at about 2,400 gold, so it looks like he's probably going to be picking up something fairly soon. Both teams just kind of sitting around farming right now, trying to look to maybe initiate middle. Looks like the Legion team's kind of grouping up there, but Hellborn team kind of falling back and just going back to what they were doing. Who do you think has this one late if it goes like real late? If they keep up this even farm, obviously only 200 gold difference. EG with a pretty big experience lead. I mean, a medium-sized experience lead, but if they both have the same amount of farm, I mean, who do you think wins late game?
It's a good question. I'm gonna actually have to. You know, it's surprising when you look at it, having no agility heroes on the Legion team. I'm still gonna have to go with them for the late game because I mean, Soulstealer is one of those heroes who, wow, by the way, just picked off here, ganked on his own, and Legion team probably gonna look to make a push here or possibly do Congo. They will actually move in for Congo. But anyway, to answer your question, I think it's Legion team because you know Hammerstorm can. I think he can definitely outcarry a Soulstealer. I mean, getting those Rift Shards level 4, excuse me, along with the Shrunken Head already then really tanky. And if he also gets a Demonic Breastplate or something like that, his auto attack damage with that ultimate up is just going to be completely insane. Oh wow, yeah. They are actually going to go in here and construct the Congo kill, but they are not. Legion team still going to pick it up.
Looks like Defiler's actually gonna pick up the token, and Chu's gonna get caught in there. Really nothing you can do about that. But Witch Slayer, great stun, just stopped Magnus and Glacius' ult. So great job by him stopping both of those AoE ults. Defiler's still trying to chase down Magnus. Looks like she will. Only one alive still is Hellbringer. Looks like he will pick off Bubbles, but he's most likely going to die himself. And good play by the Legion team there. It looked like the Hellborn team had kind of a spread initiation yet again. It looked like obviously Chu jumped in there and used his ult, but it didn't really look like anyone else was following up with their ults. I would have liked to see, you know, Hellbringer, Soulstealer. Well, I guess Soulstealer was dead, so he wasn't really there, but I'd like to see Hellbringer, Magnus, and Wretched Hag kind of use their ults at the same time, try and pick off a hero or two right away.
Yeah, it was actually pretty. I don't know why Magnus won. You know, why they didn't wait until Magnus could challenge his ultimate, but maybe they didn't have time. I'm not 100% sure. It was a little bit odd though.
Yeah, Congo was dropping pretty fast.